What's going on, FNG? This is your boy, Big Boy Deal. Hopefully we are live. Give us 1 second. Look, we're good. So working with a new laptop, fellas. So next episode, we'll get this together, all right? This week, we're going to talk about weeks 10 through 12. On the show, we got, I'm going to call them 3 heavy hitters. I'm going to say that. All right, I'm going to bring in first, let's bring in Mike, the Steelers owner, doing kind of good this year.
What's up, FNG?
All right, also the other commissioner, Jose Yan, fight, Raiders owner.
I'm coming in. Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
All right. All right, and then the Chargers owner, Harris, aka Debo.
I don't know why you said my name like that, but what's going on, FNG?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, bully.
Hey, working with this new laptop, dude, that looked funny. So I'll figure it out by the next podcast show. All right, we're gonna get right into it. We do have a lot to talk about. We're gonna talk about weeks 10 through 12, talk about top 10, and also division leaders and league news, as always. All right. You got any questions? Please put it in the chat room. And with that said, Mike, can you lead us off?
Sure.
Are we pulling it up?
Leaders. Yeah, I'm going to pull it up as soon as you let me share the screen.
Yep, I got you. Merry Christmas. It's all yours.
Thank you.
Turn this down. This is your boy, Big.
Boom. All right. We're going to throw this up a little bit differently. We're going to start with the NFC West today. Leading the NFC West is the Seahawks at 9-2. We're going to see how that progresses through the rest of the season. 49ers are at 7-4. Cardinals at 6-6, and the Rams at 4-7. NFC East, Cowboys at 7-4, Commanders 5-7, Eagles 2-9, and the Giants with the goose egg. NFC South, Falcons 10-2 have clinched their division. Saints are 4-8, Bucks are 2-9, and the Panthers are 2-10. NFC North, Vikings are 8-2. Packers 9-3, Bears 6-5, Lions 5-6. Heading over to the AFC West, Chargers are 8-3, Broncos 7-4, Raiders at 4-7, Chiefs are 3-8, and technically Chargers are 9-3 and Raiders are 4-8. Since they just played their game, but it did not register. AFC East, Bills are leading that at 6-5. Jets are 4-7. Finns are 3-8, and the Patriots are bringing up the rear on that at 1-10. And now for the strongest division in the league, almost. We got the Colts undefeated. Sleep is killing it out there, 12-0. Titans 6-5. Jags 6-5. Texans 3-9. And now for the best division in the league, the AFC North. Every team is over 500. Bengals 9-2, Browns 9-3, Ravens 7-4, and the Steelers at 6-5.
So putting our division last. I appreciate that, Mike.
Hey, did
Yeah,
you see?
we're all
Nobody.
We always go first. Right. I
See that
appreciate
message
it,
from
Mike.
Frank?
Nobody.
So I figured to run it back that way.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
appreciate
get that
it.
message from Tranks?
Let me see.
Send him that invite.
Yep, got you.
What? Get out of here. You're only gonna be here for 10 minutes.
Right.
Podcast just added a whole nother
I
hour.
know, right?
Just added a whole nother hour to the podcast.
Right.
All right. So
Go. No, I appreciate that, Mike. We're gonna go into top 10.
You don't do that now?
yeah, hold on a minute.
All right, let me get that opened here.
Alright.
We'll get that going.
Let's see.
Hand over that to you.
Okay.
That is now yours, Josiano.
All right, opening that up. We'll get this going.
Aye.
That's 6 people watching.
Who's watching?
Should have had that open, this
It's,
open
uh,
sooner.
good.
My
I'm
apologies.
trying to look, but it won't let me see.
I know my wife is watching. She said she's gonna show me how to add the music when she get home. Like, all right, whatever. Shoot, I mean, I couldn't figure it out. I could do it on the other laptop. On this one, it's not working.
All right. So Keith is on, Sean,
Yep.
me, you, probably Harris. So that's 5.
Yeah. All right, so let me.
I'm
share
looking
the
on my
screen
phone. I don't know
here.
why it won't tell me who.
Share the sound.
Yeah, it never shows. All right,
So here we go.
here we go.
Let's start this up.
I'm gonna say this. Even at this time of the year of the season, like there's a lot of people with a lot of losses in the top 10.
Yep.
It's not normal in past like Maddens. Like you see this many top 10 teams with those many losses, with that many losses.
You
Yeah.
got the info
Running
there?
4 or 5 losses in the top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the info.
Okay.
I'm ready when you
All
are.
right, let's go.
All right. Coming in at number 10.
Oh, how the hell does Jan get the music?
For the top 10 rankings, he messed me up. Coming in number 10, we have the Denver Broncos at 7-4.
I play them
At
next
nu-
Tuesday.
At number 9, we have the Baltimore Ravens at 7-4. Number 8, we have the Cleveland Browns at 8-3.
Oops.
At number 7, yeah, LA Chargers 8-3. That's LA, not San Diego, man.
My
Same
bad.
At
thing.
number 6, Minnesota Vikings at 8-2-1.
Mm.
And number 5, we have the Green Bay Packers at 9-3. Number 4, Cincinnati Bengals at 9-2. Number 3, we have the Seattle Seahawks at 9-2. Number 2, we have the Atlanta Falcons at 10-2. And
Out the
number
door.
1, we have the undefeated Indiana Colts, 12-0. Go ahead, Slick.
Nice.
And as
For
always,
additional mentions, yeah,
Yeah.
we have for number 11 and number 12, the 49ers at 7-4, Cowboys at 7-4.
damn, my screen.
Oh, yeah, was that too early? You pop it in right away.
There we go.
Yeah. Can't leave out the little guys.
Yeah, we got a lot of people at 7. We got a couple teams at 7-4. So
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it was like that earlier in the season. We had teams that had similar records. A lot of them.
Yes, sir.
That is your FNG top 10 rankings.
I don't disagree with not one team on there.
I don't either. I like
No.
it.
Yeah,
No.
it was
I like
good. That's good. Even like the last 2 spots, the Ravens and the Broncos, you could easily swap those out with, 49ers and the Cowboys.
yeah,
Yeah,
and I think if I'd had a little bit more time to figure out the scheduling as to the toughness of schedule, we could have
Nah,
Pass
no
it
need
out,
to
but-
figure it out. Keep it right where it is.
God damn it, there he is.
There he be. All right, you want to hand that back, Josian?
Yeah, and there's a lot of teams that actually drop. I mean, I'm gonna try to add on there, make you the host here, like how teams drop depending on how far they go up or down. I don't want to let me make you the host here.
Riff James, that's the Browns. That's dope. That's his
Yeah,
name.
that's dog.
Riff James. What the
There you go, Mike.
all this time?
Yeah.
All right. If we could go to week 10.
Yeah, hold
We'll
on a
cover
second.
week. No, you're fine, Mike.
All right.
All having technical difficulties today.
Yep.
Shoot, I feel it. Sure, on my end. All right. Week 10, fellas. Y'all see any games
Oh,
that stand
Steve.
out? And we got
This stupid league kicking me out when I'm doing stuff.
see,
Saying,
Man,
Well, you're
No
not
comment.
active on it. You're not moving around enough. So obviously, it's
I
doing what it's supposed
just
to do.
moved.
any games that stand out. Let's see.
For week 10.
Dallas 34-17
Mhm.
over Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay 34-17 over Dallas. That's going to
Yep.
have seeding implications.
Yep. Now you got the 49ers over the Chargers.
Hey
31
man,
to
all right.
24.
So going into week 11, y'all see any games that?
hey, Harris, I feel you, dude. Hey, I don't care. I feel you.
I'm just asking. You know. What happened that game, Tranks? You want to talk about it?
Oh, what happened?
You won, so you can
Uh,
talk about it.
Oh, well, my question to you would be, why do you think I won?
Wow, he
Why
just
do you
turned the
always do
question.
that? You always.
Always.
All right, we can go to week.
Three
Always.
turnovers to
we can go to week 11. I don't want to talk about it. He knows what
Oh,
happens.
you
He
don't
doesn't
want
wanna-
to talk about it? Oh,
You don't
okay,
want to talk
well,
about your success. It's okay. Man.
No. I'm happy about it, but I mean, I'm not on your end. I don't know what was the most frustrating part of that game for you.
Stopping your outside run, Stretch Armstrong.
Oh, it was a bunch of stretches I was running. Is that what it was?
He ran up the
Not
he ran up
Stretch
the middle.
Armstrong.
Yeah, he ran up the middle a couple times, wasn't successful. Then he exposed my outside linebackers. You know, but we worked on that in practice. My outside linebackers are ready now.
Is that the
I know-
first
I
time
know that-
Tranks beat you?
In the regular season, yeah, it's a lot of first time losses. All the losses I caught this season were all first time losses. People have beaten me in the regular season. The Falcons,
Yeah.
Seahawks, and 49ers.
It's the first time I beat him in the regular season. I beat him in preseason. I beat him in postseason,
Mhm.
but I have not ever beat him in a regular season until this week.
Should
And
be a lot of
I was
firsts this
able
year.
to get him to turn the ball over. And there were some tendencies he had that were uncharacteristic on defense that I was able to exploit on offense. We were really prepped for this game. I really needed it because we had to have to keep pace with the Seahawks. So,
Yep.
you know, he turned it. We got him to throw 3 picks. We only threw 1, but the one we threw, I don't think it was any points scored off of it. You can correct me if I'm wrong. And we had a good day on the ground, 222 yards, and we averaged 13 a carry. So we
A
did
great
well.
day on the ground. That's an embarrassing day for my defense.
Yeah, I remember a couple weeks ago, before this game, you're like, "Yo, you have so many broken tackles with Ty Davis Price." I was like, "How are you getting it?" And then after the game, I was like, "Do you see how I got all those broken tackles?"
Yep.
But yeah, it was a good game. It's always great playing a guy as good as Harris. So
Mhm. All right. If y'all see anything else on week 10, we go to week 11.
I did see that one game, like you guys said, the close ones, Detroit and Chicago. That seemed like a really close game there. Did they play?
Oh, yeah. The Lions beat the Bears.
Nope, did not play.
Oh, okay.
Nope, did not play.
Buffalo losing to Minnesota 37-28. Big game for Minnesota to keep pace with the NFC North. Buffalo pretty much just has to not lose the division to kind of win that division, but Minnesota's got 2 or 3 teams that they have to keep pace with. So that was an important win for them with stopping Buffalo's high-powered offense or scoring more than them. Dalvin Cook had a big one, I think, at the end, right? I think we had a replay of that.
Yeah.
Both Cook brothers had good days on the ground, I think. But
Yeah,
I think
that's right.
Big score at the end, crazy ending. That's all I saw on week 10.
Yep. Can we go to week 11?
Steelers over the Saints to stay over 500 in an overtime thriller.
Really?
Hey, man, those games are important to some of us little guys, you know.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, shit,
no, Mike
Jose.
is no longer a little guy. Not the way he's running the ball. He's no longer a little guy.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
stats
but
don't show it.
big
Thanks,
leagues.
Madden.
Oh,
Thanks, Madden.
that's the only thing
Yeah.
you thinking Madden for, dude. Otherwise,
right.
you hate
Hey, no comment. I hate. Oh, anyway, all right.
it.
First game I'm looking at.
Titans and Packers, man.
Cleveland,
Jeez.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Cleveland Buffalo game stands out.
This
Yeah.
this game was
Buffalo.
Turnover city for Buffalo. I mean, Buffalo was up for tied it in the fourth quarter, but yeah, he stopped passing because he was throwing interceptions, and then he just started fumbling the ball. I mean, it was like Madden's like, you're turning the ball over, Tillman. I don't care what you do, you're turning the ball over.
8 total turnovers in this game. 6 of them were by Buffalo.
Yep.
Does that qualify for DDA?
Negative.
So and so 2 interceptions. So he fumbled the ball 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was losing that
Alright.
game. So
That Chargers Kansas City game was pretty close.
Same
Nope,
game.
didn't play.
Force win.
Sam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, we
And that-
played. We had a decent.
Well,
okay.
yeah.
It was a
I
murder
know what I'm
alert.
talking about. So was the Cowboys and Vikings.
That one I think had
Yeah.
to get simmed, right?
That was a
another
sim.
simple win because of some
Yep.
issues.
played 1,000
Mhm.
times.
All right. Y'all see anything
Well,
else? We go to week 12.
Before we move forward, we got to have this Bengals Steelers game. We have a guy here for that game. Anything stand out in that game to you, Mike?
All right. So number one, it's a lot closer than that score. He picked me off with no time left and took it back in for a touchdown. Kenny Pickett threw the ball out of a sack. So that was 7 points right there. But it was straight up beat the crap out of each other game.
Mhm.
2 turnovers for me. One of them was that interception. The other one was also in the fourth quarter, and it was I threw the ball to my running back or to my fullback in the flat, and it waited until he started running up the field to actually throw it. So those are my 2 picks, and those are really the 2 biggest killers in that game. I think the first pick was within my 30, so he didn't have didn't have to go anywhere for that, and then the other one was a pick 6. So outside of those 2 things, it was a game. I mean, he had 79 rushing yards. Keeping Mixon under 100 for anybody is a tough deal.
Right. On 19 carries, 79 rushing yards on 19 carries. That's pretty good defensively. You were a little confused during this game. You want to explain that to us?
A little confused.
Yeah, I think you made a post about one of those plays. You were like,
oh, well, yeah, there was he came out a couple times
Oh,
in
yeah, I
plays
remember
that showed up 0 running back, 0 tight end, 0 wide receiver. All three times were, I believe, in the red zone. And it's something Madden's doing, but in the red zone and coming out and not knowing what defense to come in on makes it tough.
His offense did something crazy too, like everybody went in motion.
He audibled on the very first time he audibled, and his offense just went nuts and all huddled up around the ball.
Right.
The very first time he came in, he did that thing where it was 0, 0, 0, and 0. Then he audibled and the guys ran together. Is that what the thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Second 2 times he ran plays.
So do we know what
Okay.
formation that comes out of? where it shows all zeros? Because it almost seems like that's a glitch play.
Definitely. That's
No,
why
I
I brought
mean,
it up.
I can go. We can go back
probably have
at,
to
at
go
my
back to the
Twitch
video.
and check
Hmm.
Yeah.
if
There's
it's the same one
There's definitely
each
one we don't
time,
want
or
people running or using.
yeah.
Well, I've never. The reason why I wanted it brought up is I've never seen it happen before.
Yeah.
And I usually pay attention in the games that I'm not even in and watch what formations people come out of, at least the packages. And when you posted the video, I didn't even really look at it as anything. And then later on, when there was conversation as to how confusing what was going on, and I'm paraphrasing what I read in the post that Phillips was like, "Yeah, it's happened a couple times. It happens when I run it in labs or something like that." And again, don't quote me on that, but it was similar to that.
Yeah.
And my comment on that is, if that's something that's repeatable for other formations, then you're probably going to have to redo your playbook so that it doesn't happen. But if it's just that specific formation, now again, we got to look. Like I said, we got to look at the tape. Sound like a coach right after a game he won or lost, but. If it's just something specific to that specific formation, to just delete the formation out of your thing and don't use it, because that's an extremely unfair advantage at any point on the field, much less the red zone. Because on certain down and distances, packages make a difference. And if you give up a weak box, meaning on defense having more D-backs than linebackers, and the guys in a run set, then it's a problem. So. Hopefully we can get this thing ironed out, because I don't want to see it again.
Right. I know that was just a question asked. They wonder if he's going to run that formation again. Also, side note, the Vikings owner, we're not shortchanging you, man. We know the Cowboys won, so yeah, you good.
Dak Prescott helped me out today too on fantasy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't remind me, man. I had him on the bench.
So week 12.
Nothing else looked good. Week 11. We didn't miss anything else.
Did the Green Bay and the
wait.
Tennessee play?
Jags beat the Ravens bad.
On week 11?
Yeah, man, what happened that game, Bill?
I
I'm
suck.
curious about that one.
I suck.
Any more details?
No, there's no more details, man. I hate to.
What went wrong?
I'm gonna be good.
What went wrong?
That first.
I'm gonna keep beating that dead horse, man. What went wrong?
So Dell, before you answer, this is the second time this season you have not had a touchdown in a game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
How did I score 10 points if I
Wait a minute, y'all. Yeah, wait, that can't be right. Y'all, look at that.
Lamar Jackson got to throw a touchdown. What are you talking about?
Wait, I thought we was in.
He
did.
Wait.
Yeah, wrong.
Never mind.
Week 12.
I was looking at that backwards.
I was like, dude, I won that game.
Damn,
I know I scored a touchdown.
I have not had enough to drink yet today, so
Mike, this is explaining why you can't read the field when you're passing.
I was on the wrong damn week. And looking at it wrong.
Gosh, if I ain't got nothing nice to say, I ain't gonna say it at all. I just know that first quarter I felt good. No issues at all. And then after that,
was a
it
quarter
was like
you
I was
scored a
playing
touchdown in.
Right. Yeah. And then after that, it was like I was playing a totally different game. Yep.
Did you have any temper tantrums?
He didn't do nothing special or nothing like that. It was like I was playing a totally different game.
Did you have any temper tantrums though? I'm just curious.
Man, I'm not letting this game get to me like that. I'm good. Now I did. We'll talk about in the end about some of the changes I made in my settings when it comes to passing. But yeah, man, I got nothing nice to say. So, but great game though. He played a good game. Shout out to the Jags.
Your opponent was good. You just wasn't.
I have nothing nice to say, Trank, so I'm not gonna say it at all.
Roger that.
I'm trying to keep this thing clean. In case we got some kids watching this.
Phil, Florence, Phil.
Madden.
Say what Madden.
Madden.
We
That
do have
Bears Jets
a
game.
this
That
past
Jet- yeah, that Jets
Friday.
game's
I'm
pretty
with
decent.
I supervised my daughter's Halloween dance. So one of the
Oh, nice.
fathers that was there, he plays Madden. He's actually watching us right now. So
Nice.
shout
yeah.
out to Tim.
So that's why you're not
Okay.
cursing and you
Yeah, he's
know.
got to be appropriate.
Do I curse,
Yeah,
Fury? I don't curse
yeah.
like
Nah,
that.
that's true. You know.
Whatever.
I don't curse like that. I
Whatever.
always, you look at
All
past
right, all
shows, I
right.
always say if I ain't got nothing nice to say, I ain't gonna say it
all
at all.
right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. Moving
Yeah,
on.
forget y'all.
We got Miami. We got Miami scoring a whole bunch of points this week against the Texans. 42 points, which is a lot for Miami.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the Texans are actually not bad. So that's actually a game that jumps off at looking at it.
Mhm.
A lot of close
Anything
ones
else stand
too,
out?
man.
Yeah.
Bears and
Jets
Jets
Chicago
had a
Bears.
close
Bears,
one.
Jets.
That's a close one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Which assuming that means more likes getting better, because that was a competitive game.
Yeah.
Brees
Same
Hall,
with,
man.
yeah.
Brees Hall. What's his name?
Yep, Brees Hall.
I keep getting it wrong every time I mention it.
Mm.
18 for
That's,
118.
Yeah, they're running the ball there, both of them.
Chiefs beating the Rams 30
Yeah.
to 24. That was a tight
Surprising.
one.
My
Well,
game against the New
they're about the
Seahawks
same
center was
level.
pretty close too.
Oh,
yeah,
here's
you
a
guys
good
played
one.
at the last minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
Played
down
twice.
to the wire. I started off, I jumped out 14. It was 14-0, and then you could see it the second quarter. He scored 20 points unanswered. I mean, he just came out, just the momentum shifted and started going, and I managed to score one more time before the half ended. He scored in the third. It was back and forth. He took the lead, I took the lead, and then at the fourth quarter, there was like, I think less than a minute left. I was just trying to get in field goal range, and I finished it off. So we had a couple turnovers here. I think he had a pick six.
Okay,
I think I
you
ran
had
the
two
ball.
picks.
Yeah, I ran the ball pretty well this game. I think I started this game and my last game against Harris. I'm running the ball. I mean, trying to get the running game going. So I'm not throwing as many picks. It seemed like every game after this, before this one, I was throwing. I had 5. I mean, you could look at my turnovers. I had 6, 7 turnovers a damn game.
Trying to break the Peyton Manning's record for interceptions in the season.
Oh yeah, I have that. Well, I mentioned that in one of the
Yeah.
posts that we're gonna this Madden, we're gonna probably break a record for most turnovers in a game, because I've never seen. I mean, everybody's got turnovers
In a
different,
game, we've had one that had what? We had 2 of them.
I'm
that
just
had-
talking about
had
total
14.
as a league, man. We're gonna have. I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Total of the fourth
that's
season.
crazy. Yeah,
Hey, real quick, did we talk about the Bears and the Jets?
we did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
we
making
just
sure.
did.
We did. Yeah.
I'm making sure. Yeah, we did. That's right.
That's when we they immediately jumped out how competitive more life was getting because of that. Because the Bears are pretty good, and it's
So
the
we'll
whole
just see
NFC
if
North
the
is looking
Seahawks
good.
owner can maintain that, if he can keep up with you guys in that division, because
Right now, he's leading the division.
yeah,
So you know.
but if the L's
Yeah.
start coming, that won't be long. So we'll see if he can maintain that.
Well,
Sure.
you just
And
gave
I don't know
him.
if
You
I don't
guys
know
got
if y'all
that's a
just
rough
saw,
rough
but the
division, man. I don't
Titans
know
are streaming.
did anybody warn him about that division?
No, not at all.
No.
Trial by
Nope.
fire.
Big
They
big
just
props
said,
to him coming in.
walk through this door and welcome
Yep.
to hell.
Exactly.
That's
Gotcha.
it.
Yes.
That division is
Gotcha.
Well,
rough, man.
here's another game that stands out to me. Green Bay and the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles pulled
That
that one
one.
out.
I'm damn near 100 points over here scored.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice that.
49,
Oh,
42.
wait. I know you want to talk about this one, but we're not going to
Yeah,
skip
so
what just happened
we're not
between the Saints and
skipping. We're
49ers.
saving the best for last. Saving the best
Oh,
for
okay, all right.
last.
Okay,
It ain't all about
continue.
me. You know,
Continue. Yeah.
the fact that the Eagles were able to score 28 points in the fourth quarter and then get some points in the second half. Only really needed 14 points because Green Bay is a high-powered offense, and to be able to hold them off is impressive. And they needed that win if they're even going to try and be in the playoff hunt. I don't know where they sit seeding wise. I'm going to look at that real quick. The Eagles, the Eagles are not in the
Eagles are
NFC
out.
playoff race just yet. Right now they're out, but we're still early. Cowboys have the 4th seed, but I thought this was a great game by Brian being able to do it. So hopefully Zay can play the game for him again. I mean, hopefully Brian can play that ball
Oh.
again.
Well,
Wow.
Tannehill in
Wow.
that game, 158.3.
Savage.
Oh wow. Okay.
Dang.
And Sanders was 32 rushes for 307 yards. So,
Oh wow. Okay.
and it looks like Brian is attempting to do that against the Titans right now because that game just kicked off.
Yeah, both Brian and Justin Christian are broadcasting.
I'm just glad they
that
were
game.
able to get this game scheduled, man, because it seemed like they weren't going to get that game in.
Yeah, game scheduling is something we're gonna have to talk to at the end of the show too. So to not be remiss and bypass a game that Harris seems so interested in,
Yeah, let me go back to Lee's
49ers
schedule. Hold up.
Saints game. What makes you so interested in this game, sir?
It was your game. You
Really?
don't ask me.
Really?
It was your game.
Yeah, you explained it.
Yeah,
Really?
you
Well,
always
well,
doing
well,
that. You
well.
always passing the buck, man. You can talk about it.
I'm just saying. I think it's obvious. I scored 7 points in the first, and nothing happened after that. I didn't score the rest of the game. I mean,
It's crazy.
It's all the
I saw the scores. Like he didn't. That was a silly game.
No, right.
No, that's exactly what
all
happened.
smiles on that.
Wow.
Kamara had
Shout
a
out
good
to
day on the
Bullock.
ground. 24 attempts. He actually didn't pass the ball. He had 95 yards passing, 7 completions on 11 attempts. So he did his best not to. Even after the game, he said, "I just didn't want to turn the ball over." To be honest, I don't believe that his run game was as effective early. And there were a lot of opportunities I had where I drove down the field and turned the ball over. And I was really struggling with my blocking. I have my left guard is hurt, Quentin Spain. And we weren't getting the push I expected in between the tackles. And it was very disappointing. And his linebackers were making really good tackles. He's got a good team. But it was a good game. Just have to do better. Still chasing the Seahawks. So
Madden
we can't afford to go back.
23.
No, I'm not blaming Madden. It's not Madden's fault that I can't.
That's just crazy for you to just have to hold you to 7 points.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
and you didn't
that's
turn over
pretty
the ball. I
big.
mean, you turned it over, but you didn't turn it over like significantly. It was just two turnovers.
2, but the problem is when I did turn the ball over, they were inside the red zone. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They were on scoring drives. I think there was one stop. It was one time when I just went for it on 4th down where I definitely shouldn't have. So I was really not playing up to my usual standard. So I deserved that loss in every possible way. Good game by Bullock.
Good game, yeah. Bullock pulled that out. Good job, man.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Good job, Bullock. Congratulations.
All right. What else we got? That's it.
That is
I think that's it.
it.
That really stands out. We
Yep,
talked
that's
about
it.
those games, yeah.
All right. We could go to the next one. Next topic, I think we were talking about scheduling games.
Yeah, definitely.
And it seems you always every podcast we seem to bring this up, man. It seems like
because there's a lot of
scheduling games.
difficulty with it. What's your opinion, Hosian, on how games have been getting scheduled and the problems we've been having?
I mean, we keep saying it. We say it over and over. When you make your post your times of availability. You know your schedule better than anyone else. So, if you know you're busy and you don't have the time, put it out there. Hey, these are the days I'm available. Here are the times, and be specific. I'm available on this day, and don't really put, lock it down a time frame, and don't really give your opponent, the flexibility. I mean, we all got lives. We all got stuff to do. There are going to be weeks where we know, hey, you just got too much going on. You got too much going on. Don't drag things out. We've had it to where, I mean, we've had previous owners, Osman and others, that these, hey, can you play now? Can you play later? Can you play tomorrow? That's too, narrow it down. We all got lives. We all got stuff going on. And the better, the more you provide as far as availability and times, makes it easier for us as commissioners when time comes to make a decision. Hey, you weren't available. He was. So stuff like that. But generally, we usually I believe when we do the simmer wins before, it was if you weren't available to play, you'd go on AP. The guys would play. You play the CPU. We no longer have that as an option.
Right.
So now that the way it will work is, and I believe we've been doing this for a while now. If the decision has been made as to what's going on and there's no there's an issue with scheduling, we normally go with the person who was available most, who had the more,
Correct.
who had more availability to play the game. Because it isn't fair for someone to say, "Hey, I'm free from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday," and then your opponent says, "I'm only good for Thursday and Wednesday," and that's it, but you don't provide a time. How's that fair to the opponent that's free?
Let me just bring it to brass tacks here. We have to make a decision whether it's going to be a force win or a fair sim. Fair sim is where you just sim it, right? If Josiana and I are supposed to play, what I typically do, if I know 49ers play on Sunday at 4:25, I don't want to schedule that game. And I'd like to avoid Monday Night Football, but I can be flexible Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So at that point, that's nothing wrong with that post. Hosian, when can you play? That's okay. If Hosian doesn't respond and then just says, I can only play Wednesday, the problem is if you try to schedule that game Wednesday, Hosian, and for some reason you can't because you're tied up and you're not sure when you're going to be getting done, whatever it is you're getting done on Wednesday, we're going to give it as the commissioners, we're going to give the force win to me because I had availability all week and you only had availability really just one space.
Right.
And we had an issue this week where a guy pushed the game out. He had availability, and it wasn't in the windows that his opponent had. And his opponent even said, "Okay, I can stretch my window a little bit that works within the window that the other guy gave up." And he didn't schedule it. He pushed it all the way out to Saturday. And then on Saturday, he couldn't even give him a time when he was going to play the game, and was questioning why we were giving that guy the force win, but you're not giving any availability. So long story short, give times of availability. Do your best not to schedule on Saturday unless you're sure you're going to be available. Because if you're not available, we're going to probably give the win to the other guy. This is a decision Hosian and I have to make. I'm not making a decision independently. Right. You know what I mean? Typically, we talk about it, unless it's an obvious, hey, this is obvious this guy wasn't available. And it's only one game, man. I've been in situations where I knew, hey, I'm doing a bunch of overtime this week. Hey, these are my hours. If you can't play these hours, I'll give you the force win. It's not that big a deal. It's only one game. And regardless of where we are in the playoff things, you got to realize real life is more important. Spending time with your wife, your kids, your work, whatever, that's more important. I had a calamity happen in my house where there was a whole lot going on. I wasn't even feel like talking to people, much less playing a game. Things happen, but you got to communicate with your opponent and get it down. Hey, these are the hours I'm available. And then when the guy says, well, I can play at this time, confirm it, it's good, and show up for the game. That's
and so you guys know, we always say, every time we post, and we've mentioned this in the podcast, we say, because we've seen different scenarios played out in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
People trying to abuse the system, and they go and wait. There's times where there is no communication between either opponent. One guy feels, oh, I post, 24 hours before the advance, and then hit up the commissioner and says, well, that guy should go on AP. No, it doesn't work that way. That's when we would decide it's a sim win because neither one of you made an attempt.
Yeah, fair sim.
Waited last minute. It's a fair sim. We've seen the different. I mean, we've seen it all.
Wait till the last minute, like they're slick. Like, well, I was the only one who said anything. Yeah, but you said something Friday at 8:00. I mean, come on, what are you talking about?
I mean, we've seen it all. We've seen people where they literally will post 2-hour windows and think it's fair that, and you do it last minute. So Tranks and I and the guys in here now know I've seen different things play out at different times, and that's why we constantly say post your times of availability.
And Mike will tell you too, if you schedule that thing for 9 p.m. on a Saturday, I will advance that bitch while you're playing the game at 10 o'clock.
While you're playing.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but there was a game that I won back in the day when I was like never winning anything, but he simmed it I finished the game. I won
Right.
the game. Come in, but because we went after 9 o'clock or after 10 o'clock.
Game.
It was a sim. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
and scheduling your games the day of the advanced guys, that's dangerous. Because of that situation, or you run the risk that if you can't play, you can't play. Then you're forcing the commissioners to make the decision as to who gets what. So definitely, you got plenty
If
of
you
time.
get lucky and I oversleep and I end up waking up at midnight and then advancing at midnight instead of 10 p.m., then yeah, you might have a chance to get that game in. But if I'm up, you prepare to be disappointed. I've done it a lot of times. It ain't anything personal. It's just I got 30 other teams waiting for the events. Like, I'm not going to be worried about this one game that you guys are working on. And it's nothing. Trust me, it's nothing personal.
And yeah, and if it's the
I
last
don't
game,
care.
we said it. Yeah, we said it. Before when we used to play the CPU game, we'd advance it. We wouldn't even wait if it's someone that this person's supposed to play the computer. We would
Right.
just advance it. It was just we weren't waiting. We weren't going to hold up the league for one game. So again, we post what we post for a reason. We ask for y'all to be specific. And again, we all grown men. Y'all know what your schedules are like. If you're busy, you're busy. This is plain and simple. You can't play, you can't play. Even though we know you want to play, it's great that you want to play, but if you can't play, you can't play. You just gotta make that call and say, hey, give them the win, and we move on. And there's no holdups, there's no issues. It is what it is at that point. So, and everybody in this league, I think Dill has had issues with it. We've all had an issue with someone with scheduling something. So, and it's very frustrating when most of us have families, wives, and all that we got to juggle in between. It's not fun having to wait around.
If you, Hossein, can schedule games and play, I don't want to hear no excuses from anybody else. Nah.
I'm overseas, fellas, so I'm scheduling games. So
you're in goddamn.
I don't have any empathy for
Germany,
anyone.
man.
Yeah, I don't have empathy for anyone that tells me they're having issues. I'm overseas.
Yeah,
There's a big window of the time difference. So definitely
communication.
Games. You don't want to ask me for where I stand because it's gonna probably go against you.
Right. Right. All right. We got and then just real quick, we do have a new Seahawks owner.
Correct.
Yes. His name is Damari Allen.
Yes.
He was recommended by Chris Ferguson, who's a friend of Dill.
Yep.
So
look
you
forward
related
to
to this guy too, Dill?
You said what?
Did you related to this guy too?
Come again?
I said, are you related to this guy too?
I can't hear you. They keep on laughing. I really can't hear you.
Are you related to this guy too?
All right, thank you. All right. No, I'm not related to him. I'm only related to a few in here. All right.
Are you sure? You sure? Because like some people that be related don't know they're related.
Oh man.
Y'all think I'm related to everybody in this league?
Well,
Dude, I tell you what, you got everybody in here.
I have my nephews. My nephews are in here, and who else? That's it. So Reggie had the Panthers, and then Brandon has Miami Dolphins.
But isn't Justin back though too?
But Justin's not in the league, is he?
Yeah, he is.
He's a
back.
Chiefs.
Yeah, he's in the league.
I didn't know he was back. Oh,
yeah, you really out of the loop.
I'm really out of dude. Hey, General Mills, man, that's where I live at.
Yeah, he's back. He came back after a little bit.
Hey, I actually gotta hit you up too because I can't seem to find that strawberry milkshake frosted flakes. I'm a little salty. I thought I'd be able to
nothing to do with FNG.
Man,
I'm just saying.
And then it has nothing to do with General Mills. That's Kellogg's.
Nothing to do with FNG.
That's Kellogg's. I'm General Mills.
And then you're not even talking about the place that he works at. That makes that serious.
You got to edit that portion there, Bill.
Right, exactly.
You have to cut that out.
Right.
That might be copyrighted or something. Man.
Right.
Get sued.
Oh man.
So Keith said Madden 23 makes you have to bring your game every week. That's what Keith said.
That's what Sleep said. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
What do you mean you guessed?
I have nothing nice to say, so I ain't gonna say it at all, jerk.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
gotta bring your A game, man.
It's definitely a change, man. It's definitely a change.
I absolutely hate this game, but it's
Come on,
cool.
man. Are the Bills playing Patriots right now?
No, the
Ne-
Titans are playing the Eagles right now. Actually,
No, I see a 1 next to played for the Bills
So
Patriots.
they probably are, and neither
How's
one.
Tillman not?
Tillman
Somebody
doesn't
mentioned
stream.
Tillman.
he did get online. I did see Tillman get online.
Tillman doesn't stream. Ty rarely
Mhm.
streams.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
I would stream, but I'm worried that my connection out here would I'd have a lot of issues that Mike has right now, where the games don't record or get disconnected.
It
Somebody send
has
him a
nothing to
message.
do with your internet. I have business internet in my house. It's has nothing to do with your internet.
No, I'm talking about
Internet.
just going with the live
Internet.
streams.
Internet. INNA.
INNANET.
Hey, man, that's why
Internet.
nobody like you,
I
Harris,
couldn't-
man.
That's how they say it, man. Internet's undefeated.
Yeah. That's all I got.
I don't think there's anything else. I think we covered. I mean, we didn't cover all
That's
the weeks
good.
because it was a big gap. But
Right.
we want to try to do the 2-week stuff, but sometimes life happens and we just
The
we
way
get 'em in
work
when we
is
get
right
'em in.
now.
Yeah,
Yee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was able to do it this weekend because we're off this weekend. So I'm not
great.
off until the week of Thanksgiving. I got that whole week off. So there you go. That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be real nice.
The week after
Best week of the
Thanksgiving or
year.
the week of Thanksgiving?
Hey, Dill. So Sleep said in the chat, tell us why you hate this game. Dillard.
I'm gonna say it off camera because I have nothing nice to say. I ain't gonna say it at all.
Wait. This is one of our viewers
Who asked
asking.
you
Yeah.
a specific question?
Mhm.
You gonna ignore it?
Yes, I
They're
am.
watching the
Y'all can't pressure me to say what I want to say.
No,
I could
I
talk
just want to hear it out.
I could talk to
hear it out
Keith.
your mouth.
Xbox. We're gonna headset. I'll talk to him. I'm not gonna bring it on the show.
Well,
right,
we just
I don't
we
want no
just wanna know
documentation
why.
of this.
Since he's
Never
scared,
know.
since he's too scared to say what he's got a problem with, I'll say what I got a problem with because I'm man enough to say it. I don't like the
What
fact
the hell is that
that
supposed to mean?
I don't like the fact that I keep getting kicked out of the Madden when I'm in the middle of editing because I don't get to edit very often. I'm in the middle of editing my guys' sneakers and helmets and gloves and stuff, and they'll kick me out and say, "Hey, you haven't been active enough in your game, and they'll kick you out." And this saving thing is an issue. I'm surprised
Huge
nobody's
issue.
mentioned that.
Dude,
What
it's
Madden is
like,
doing.
what can
we
say?
did bring it up before you
Yeah.
joined.
Oh, okay.
It was
okay,
brought
well,
up,
I'm
yeah.
gonna still
I mean,
say
this
it 'cause
thing,
it's an
this
issue
thing
I have.
sucks.
It's an issue I have. Specifically, you play your game, you beat your opponent or you lose to your opponent, and then it act like you didn't even play it. And then
Right.
because of the way we have it now, because people don't, schedules don't sync to play it 3 times in a row or 10 times like Harris did his game. You give an advance force win, and it's affecting people's progression. It's annoying
Yes.
to have to deal with, and as a commissioner, hearing it 31 other different times is annoying. I'm not saying everybody's got that problem, but it's
I
just
didn't think I feel. I just
Right.
played against OCO and I had a breakout message for Balaj, and it didn't
Dude,
register.
that happened to me a couple weeks ago.
Hey, Tranks,
Same thing.
I pulled the cable before the game ended.
Oh, speaking of that,
Oh wow!
if you're playing, I'm glad you said that because it reminded me. If you're playing somebody, and look, I'll assume it's a mistake the first time it
Bengals.
happened.
Ah!
But if you
Hell?
turn your system off before the game ends because you're just upset you lost, and then because the fact that the person admitted it, I'm just going to assume it was a mistake. But that's kind of weak, man, and don't do that. I don't think I will have to say that, but don't turn your system off before your game ends. Get to the replay part where you can look at your highlights, then turn your system off.
Yeah.
Thought that was obvious, but I had to at least say that. That's all I got.
The scoring summary. Go to the scoring summary after your game, so at least your game will register.
Yeah.
A loss or a win, you guys
Yeah.
still need to have some type of integrity.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
I
Madden
didn't pull
Madden
the
did
plug,
lie
man.
to
I
us and
was
said it's the
joking.
best polished game ever. And Keith, I mean, everything actually hosting Tranks just said. I mean, I was gonna say I was trying to be cool. I absolutely hate this game. Just the fact that somebody like Mike could possibly be leading the league in rushing, but it won't show this year. The way it feels when you play online is totally different the way it plays for me I play in the league. I started working on some stuff. Felt real confident going to my last game. Not even the game with the Panthers, the game I had against the Jags. And all of a sudden, it just felt different. Some of the stuff I'm calling is not going to those players. So that's what I'm saying. Like the game just feels funny to me, and it doesn't
Yeah, I've
feel
noticed
consistent.
that on the online play is not this. I've gone on to try to play, and it
Well, you
seems like
gentlemen
what I
do know
do.
it is different, right? It is. Different.
Yeah, I know it's different. Yeah, some play,
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
but just
No,
like this,
between simulation and competitive,
yes,
it's different.
Yeah.
Like you're.
yeah,
Let me just say the difference is, in case you didn't know, you'll know now if you're watching the show. On competitive, your guys are dumber, which means they want you to click on and make the play, right? So you're gonna have more success online than you will in this league when you play simulation, because simulation, the defense is smarter. They're going to pick the ball off. There's a lot of different things they're going to do in this league because it's on simulation than they will on competitive. That's why it feels different. Not saying all the other crap that I just complained about isn't true, but that specific that feel different, it is different. So you're not wrong. It is definitely different.
Which is why I can go on to a red game and throw for 300 yards and 6 touchdowns every damn game I play, and then come into this league and have a -9 passing game against sleep.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I think the thing that pissed me off with this game the most is not saving. I had a
Yeah.
breakout message a couple weeks ago. Game didn't save. So what the hell? It's like, well, what's the point? I was like, we're not gonna talk about stats this year. I'm scared that we're gonna come out like because hey, we fixed the issue, but you need to restart your league. I'm scared that's gonna come out with whatever
at
update they're gonna have.
At least we did not have the problem we had last year where the league was not available just mysteriously. And we had to make the choice whether to start the league over or to wait for them to fix it. And then people that are having that problem, still having that problem. Luckily, we haven't had that problem. So
yeah, that was a nightmare, man. We did all that to start it, and then right the day after we started the new league, the old league was available. That was just wild. That was wild.
Piss me off. All you new slate people that voted yes.
Yeah.
Piss me off.
Y'all got anything else?
Hopefully that answered the question from one of our viewers, because we always answer the question of our viewers. And hey, you got your answer.
Yeah, screw this game.
And we lost.
Anyway.
Unfortunately, we lost a member because of that whole saving thing too. So
yeah,
so it is.
Yep.
We know it's frustrating, and unfortunately, there's really not much.
McCaffrey to Ayuk, 40-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Why'd you say something?
That's messed up.
Mike knows how. He knows how to ruin the match.
Yeah, he knows how to get on.
Right.
All right. Well, I think we're good, man. We covered everything.
We got anything else? All right, cool.
McCaffrey to Ayuk.
Yep.
McCaffrey to Ayuk.
I'm out, guys.
All right, my man. At least he jumped on, man. I know I hit him up and said, "Hey, just jump on for a little bit before the game starts." And
I don't know why he did.
Yeah.
He can watch that game down there.
because you see
I
how he
figured
just
he
responded.
was.
That's how he would be if he was watching the game. He would lose all focus on the podcast and be the game. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
I figured he'd be watching it.
I'm trying to figure out how to stop this thing in live thing.
Who's the host? Well, Mike has
There
to
we
do it.
go.
He's the host.